And I
Yep.
efficient.
Welcome back to Definitely Not Definitive. I'm Ken.
And I'm Bethany.
And we're just a fantabulous couple in love that loves reacting to some fantasy.
We are totally fantabulous. And if you don't know what that means, look it up.
Yeah, look it up, people. And so, the specific fantasy one we're reacting to today is the third part of our World of Warcraft journey as we try to, discover this World of Warcraft that everyone has loved for so many years. We're discovering it for the first time. And you can see our journey. We have a playlist down in the description of this video, so you can see parts 1, part 2. We also did a couple of ones before that. Like we got into it with Wrath of Lich King and Battle of Azeroth. This one is Lords of War, and and it's kind of similar in the style of last time the Burdens of Shaohao. So I think it's in that kind of animation style.
Nice.
Yeah, and I heard this one's really great. So I think that there is one Warlords of Draenor or whatever to start, and then it goes into all the Lords of War. That's kind of like the list we were given to react to.
But we can't start yet.
You're right.
I always forgets this.
I always forget the most important part, the drink, people. So we got official World of Warcraft drink. It's our Whiskey Warbringer. And we got little mugs for it. I have the Green Dragon. She has the Prancing Pony for Lord of the Rings. So cheers.
Cheers. Okay. I like the music.
Yeah.
It is the lifeblood of this world.
Is that a wolf?
Oh, big puppy.
Yeah.
We are its children. Soon, its masters.
Ooh. Like Freddy Krueger scratch across the back.
Well, the scene before that made me think of the Dothraki.
This is a
Ah.
legacy of conquest.
Okay then.
Rising tide of blood and iron that will wash over this world.
Wow.
Pretty world.
Oh, that's so cool!
Oh my
Cyclops
god.
with like a can on his back.
It's huge. Draenor.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fancy.
Mm-hmm.
Our bond is iron.
Look how big that
Our
axe is.
will unbreakable.
It's a cool shot.
Stand against us.
Okay. We're gonna see these lords. Lords of War.
That was a good little promo.
Right?
Karga. Okay.
It's got little figurines he paints.
King Fairy, the hour grows late. You must sign the declaration of war.
I was just a child when my father rushed to confront this same evil. He didn't understand these warlords at all. That mistake cost him his life and brought this kingdom to ruin.
You are not your father.
I know. But how can I succeed where he failed?
You can start by trusting my counsel.
I was gonna say if I stop being a little whiny
have
bitch.
faced them before.
On Draenor. You
Draenor.
were there all those years ago.
Yes. Believe me, they are not invincible.
Then tell me of them, Murad. Tell me everything.
Very well.
This weapon's so cool.
It's like a
Kargath.
giant amethyst.
Yeah.
He was raised a slave. Ogre's cruelty was intolerable.
Let's see why he has a grudge.
It's gonna break off in there. Yeah.
So he sought a way out. The arena.
Gladiator, yeah.
100 orc lives was the price for freedom. Fight.
Damn.
Kill. Salute.
He's efficient. Oh, nice shot.
Wow.
Kargath was unstoppable, and the day of his final fight had come. One last kill, and it was over.
Gives me a broken blade.
Smart.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
100 lives. Kargath had earned his reward. Like every champion before him. Buried beneath the arena. The promise of freedom. Nothing but a lie. But Kargath will be chained no longer.
Good. Okay,
my
bye-bye
God.
hand.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, 127 days on himself.
Do you know how badly you need to want that freedom to do that? Especially beating it with a rock?
Yeah.
You guys are in big trouble.
Yep.
Take your vengeance.
Get him.
Good.
Bound by vengeance, their name would be spoken in fear. This was the birth of the Shattered Hand.
That's cool.
Nice. You love a good revenge too.
I do. And they all have, like, you know, knife hands now, sword hands, whatever. Yeah, that was a good story. I like that one. Nice one to kick it off with.
I understand your hesitation, my king. This mission will take great resolve. There will be lives lost.
There are always lives lost. But marching our forces blindly into Dran
Poses unthinkable danger. Yes, but you must have the fortitude to face whatever awaits us on the other side. I assure you, our enemy's will is unwavering.
It's a big
Let
gamble.
me tell you of their leader. A warlord whose defiance in the face of death became legend.
Groma, mighty warrior, brought to heel at last. You are weak, say it. Is that all? To think you once struck fear into my people.
Yeah, he's not gonna go easy on you when he gets free.
Yeah, do not gloat.
Gromash had begun leading raids deeper and deeper into Ogre lands. He and his clan, the Warsaw, were insatiable and relentless. It was only a matter of time until the Ogres retaliated. Among the victims of their retribution was Gromash's mate, Golka.
I am done. Give me the warrior's death I deserve.
No, you will not be broken. The true war song spits in the face of death.
Don't you see? It's too late. End it.
So many of my warriors bent like reeds. And now you are a wolf. With no teeth.
Oh,
Ouch.
cold.
Yeah. He does not handle breakups well.
Every time he takes a bite of something, I think it's
Ahead.
The
Yes.
days have not been kind. Say the word, and I will kill you quickly.
He's never gonna want to die.
I admire your
Did they file his teeth
spirit,
down?
but I will break it.
No, you won't.
Gromash knew the Ogres could not have gotten far. He called upon his forces to hunt them down. But for many of the Warsong, the cost had already been too high.
Bury your weak. I will show you what it means to be war song.
Once again, Gromash struck deep into Ogre land. This time, however, the Ogre warlord and his armies were waiting.
Your warriors. They begged for death. Your lands are mine. Your body is broken. You have nothing left. Say the word, and I will end your suffering. Yes.
He was certain that Gromash had given up, was ready to die. The body,
Bite his head
after
off.
all, had grown so weak, had become so thin.
Say it.
And there's no binds. There's,
Say
he'll
the
slip
word,
through now.
and it's over.
It's because he's so skinny.
Wolf still has teeth.
Nice.
From that day forward, the war song rallied to the banner of Gromash Hellstream. The warlord with the iron will.
Okay.
Respectable.
Yeah. He's respectable. I like the first guy better. His story better.
You know what I noticed about the tree that he was tied to? It looked kind of like a hand, like
Oh, okay, yeah.
reaching up, and I was like, oh, that's an interesting choice in the way that they drew that. Little videos.
You cannot hesitate, my king. The Iron Horde must be stopped.
You speak only of their savagery. But surely they are not all monsters.
There was one. Durotan. His clan prided itself on suppressing rage, for they knew that those who succumb to the beast within become their own greatest enemy.
Jedi orcs.
The clan was named for its kinship with the snow-white frost wolves. Together, they hunted the mighty Clefthoof. Every winter, the Clefthoof would migrate, and the clan would follow. But one year, when Durotan was very young...
Mother, you're leaving him. You've got to wake up.
His mother, Gaia, had been bitten by a drift lurker. Those who suffered its bite fell into a deep sleep, and few had ever awakened.
We can do no more for her. If we don't go, the entire clan starves. Or worse, the guard will be hungry. You want them to feed on our mother? Father wouldn't leave her, Gnar. And neither will I. Father would know we can't carry our dead with us. She's not dead. Calm yourself, brother. You know what your anger can lead to. While the others are gone, I speak for the clan. We leave now. I'm not going.
You can see us both be like, yeah. F off, dude.
Past, Durotan remembered the lessons his mother had taught him, and with the aid of Gaia's old wolf Stormfang, they survived.
Good name.
Yes, very cool name.
Mother, winter is setting in. You have to wake up. Wake up.
Orc and beast alike feared the Garn. Great black wolves. Among the most vicious and cunning predators on Duran.
Look at the canines. They're huge.
Yeah. Ghost Stormfang.
And Stormfang killed the lone wolf. But Durotan knew that the Garn hunted in packs, and with the setting of the sun, they would attack. He prepared to make his final stand.
Mother, they're coming for us. You have to wake up.
So this is a very dedicated scene.
Now would be a really good time to wake up.
Poor Wolf's Eye.
Dang.
Outnumbered and surrounded, Durotan fought. He fought not just the Garn, but the rising tide of rage within him. Durotan was driven to the brink, and in the heat of battle, bloodlust claimed him.
Oh no.
Anything that moved,
He's gonna kill someone.
he
He's
killed.
gonna kill Stormfang.
I can see that you shed blood to protect me. But I would rather have died than know my son had become a beast.
Durotan wore Stormfang's fur till the end of his days. A constant reminder of the old wolf's courage and loyalty. But a reminder also that even the most noble of orcs may fall prey to the savagery within.
Cool shot at the end with the eyes going red.
That was a good story.
Yeah. Probably the best story. Not my favorite character, but probably the best story. And even though I knew it was coming, it was still like incredibly sad when he realized that he killed Stormfang.
Yeah.
This one's gonna be intense.
Okay.
Just look, just by his name, is it Kilrog? Or...
It is a good name.
Taking the fight to our enemy may be the only option left to stop history from repeating. This very city was nearly burned to the ground by the same warlords we face. Don't listen to me, Marad.
I was there. I lived it. The
See
only
the scar?
thing that got my people through those dark days was their faith in the light.
Faith is a powerful weapon.
So I'm told. The Alliance has the light from which to draw its strength. What steels this iron horde in its darkest hours?
One clan, the Bleeding Hollow, finds truth in the surety of their deaths. They are led by an orc named Kilrog.
Sounds even better when he says it.
Yeah.
Clan
Cool transition.
once ruled over the jungles. Until the Evercore came. To survive, the clan went into hiding, living each day consumed by fear. Their
Sucks.
chieftain even forbade them to stray beyond the borders of their forest refuge. For years, disease had eaten away at the once mighty warrior's flesh. And as he faded, so too did the clan's hope for the future.
Father, one day the stream will dry up. Then we will find a way to carry on. Like this. Look at us. We were never meant to live this way. Jumping every time the wind blows. Every chieftain must make hard choices for the good of the clan. Is this the death you saw then? No. This is not the death I saw. But perhaps it is time you finally saw your own. Go. Face your destiny.
You gotta shove it in his eye?
Kilrog was bound by the legacy of his father and ruled by ancient tradition. Those who would one day become chieftain performed the most sacred of rituals. They would sacrifice and die
Yep. Yep.
efficient of their own death. So Sometimes the vision will show much more. Kilrog saw his clan not as they were, but as they could be. Crushing their enemies in a tide of savage bloodlust. And Kilrog was one of them. His determination unwavering. Even when death finally came for him, he did not fear what he saw. He welcomed it.
Oh, he's nuts.
But he's not afraid.
No. He's gonna kill his father now.
Tell me of your vision, my son. I saw our clan strong and proud, victorious against our enemies, a glorious vision of the future. Why then do you seem so troubled? Because you were not a part of it.
Yep.
You were right. Every chieftain must make hard choices for the good of the clan.
He had to know that was coming though, if he saw his own death.
Last, this is the death I saw.
That one was decent. It was maybe not my favorite of the bunch, but they each had their own little kind of feel to it. And
Yeah. And they're interesting characters too.
yeah.
So I mean, they're not. It's not like just one-dimensional evil type or good type.
Yep.
It's, you know, they're complex characters.
You now know their leaders. You know what forged them into the monstrosities they have become. Put your seal on that order, and I will be the first to answer the call.
Why are you so eager for this fight, Murad?
I was running the same thing.
For a paladin, you seem as bloodthirsty as the enemy.
It is not blood I seek. When you look at me, what do you see?
A squid.
I see a paragon, a champion of the light.
What you cannot see is the burden I carry each day. I was there
Not good.
during the assault on Shattrath City. Our beloved dwelling of light, under siege by a relentless army of demon-corrupted orcs. I witnessed countless acts of brutality, unspeakable horrors from atop the wall.
Take the last group of refugees to safety! Go! Now!
Yes, Exarch. I did as I was commanded. I gathered the refugees, led them away from battle. And then I saw
Him.
it was my charge to see the refugees to safety. Yet the horrors I had witnessed, the suffering, despite all my vows, vengeance burned in my heart. Take the path to the tunnel. I'll rejoin you when I can.
We have no weapons.
The path is safe. The
No,
light
it's
will be
not.
with you. Now go.
Oh, he made a terrible mistake.
Yep. Vengeance is not the answer.
I will avenge the countless Draenei who had perished.
Damn. You did not go easy on him.
I struck out to find the refugees. My heart fell. The path had not been safe. The light that I promised would be with them had forsaken them instead. Just as I had. I know I may not return. But if there is even the barest chance of preventing the atrocities I witnessed from happening again, then I offer myself gladly.
We are all haunted by the past, Murad. Few of us ever get the opportunity to change it.
You're not changing the past.
Summon our champions. Make ready for war. Azeroth needs its heroes now. More than ever.
But it was a good speech. I mean, I was getting pumped up at the end.
You know, but it's almost like that he didn't learn anything. Because, like, vengeance is what got him in trouble in the first place. He was, you know, he was so bloodthirsty and he so wanted vengeance for everyone that had, you know, all of his fallen comrades. And, you know, he goes off and tries to get the vengeance and he gets it, but then something worse happens.
Yes, that's true. But the atrocities would have happened to the city regardless. Now, he could have saved the refugees, yes, and his vengeance messed that up.
Exactly.
But this time around, if he's saying he can prevent the atrocities from happening to another city, prevent it from happening to Azeroth, then he can kind of correct the error he made previously. For somebody who loves a good revenge story, I'm rather surprised.
I do love a good revenge story, and but yeah, I don't know. It just something didn't seem right. It seemed like it was going to backfire on him. It wasn't that I didn't like didn't like him or didn't like his attitude towards vengeance, but I just think it might backfire on him.
Well, if this was a Hollywood film, he would find himself in the exact same situation all over again, and this time he would have to choose what to do.
This is very true.
It's not a Hollywood movie, so who knows how it actually pans out.
So what do you think of everything?
I really liked it. I liked, kind of like I said in between some of the videos, I liked that these were complex characters. You know, nobody was entirely good or evil. They maybe did things that would be perceived as evil, but all of them had motivations. I think my favorite story, was it Gromash? The Gladiator story.
No, yeah, I think Gromash was the Gladiator. Yeah.
There was something about that I...
No, it was, the first one was the Gladiator, right?
So it was the one before Gromash.
Yeah.
So the first one, I really loved that story and that sort of like iron will or stubbornness is an attribute that I really respect and admire and can empathize with.
Oh, you're right. Which one are you talking about? Because the first one was like he was the gladiator that fought his way through and like, cut off his hand.
Yeah.
And then the second one was Gromash, but he was the one with like the iron will that like was hanging on the tree and wouldn't die.
I liked both of them. I think the Gladiator story as a whole, I liked that character best out of all of them, just because I really admire the persevering and the overcoming what he had to overcome. Also, God, how badly you need to want freedom to crush your hand to get it. I mean, like that was that gave chills for sure. Gromash, I love for his iron will. I mean, he's appropriately named, and that was a very satisfying story.
Yeah, it was, and just piggybacking off of what you had said about the characters really being developed here. In a lot of like fantasy that at least I've seen and checked out, like you don't really like the orcs are just kind of like these dumb brutes, beasts, and you see kind of that like the brutish nature of them, like the bloodthirsty. But you also see the I guess like I don't want to say humanity because they're orcs, but I mean like you that's what you see. Yeah, what you see like you see that they have a fully developed characters and they have this rich backstory. And they're not just treating them as these brutes that are mindless. And no, like they each have their own motivation for things. And I thought Durotan's one, the one with the wolf, was... It's tough to say it was my favorite one. I just felt like that one was the best told story throughout. And like just like that one made me feel the most. And it wasn't necessarily my favorite because it was super sad.
Yeah.
But I think I agree with you. The Gladiator one in the beginning, I liked his character the best. And then the one with the eye...
Kilrog
was probably my least favorite, I guess, out of all of them, as far as the stories go.
But it was funny because I think Kilrog, with what you were just saying about how orcs are typically portrayed as dumb and brutish, I think Kilrog, for me, showed almost the most humanity. Yes, with Gromash, that iron will, that is a human attribute and very respectable. The persevering over your captors, that too falls into human history, we know. But Kilrog, the
patricide, that's what got you, the human nature.
Well, with Kilrog, I think it was the fact that like it was his father, so he sees this amazing vision of the future, and he's leading his tribe, and like for the child of a leader and sort of heir to that hierarchy, one would think, oh, this is a great thing. But I just loved the unexpectedness of it because as the father says, then why do you look so troubled? So you get to tell that for all these good things that he saw coming, it takes a really hard sacrifice on his part to instigate it.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, I love the father's reaction to, at last. I mean, just like the unexpected, because you expect the son to be bloodthirsty and just want his power. You expect the dad to feel betrayed and heartbroken, but the unexpectedness of this is how it was always meant to be, and the complexity and like how they handled that, I thought was really well done.
Because wasn't it Kronos, I think? Maybe was he the lead titan that he like swallowed all of his children because like the prophecy was that one of his children was going to defeat him and overthrow him, and like Zeus was then hidden away. And Zeus ended up did overthrow him. So this guy gets the prophecy. Kilrog's father gets the prophecy that his son is gonna kill him. Like that's how he's gonna die. And yet he gives his son like what it seems like they had a great relationship and he loved his son and brought his son up there to be like this great warlord and like was just waiting for his son to take his moment to take the throne for himself and like that because like I don't know, like that's maybe that's their way. Who knows? But I thought that was interesting that like you see so many times when people are like they see their own death and then they go try to kill that person that was that they saw in the prophecy like with Harry Potter or whatever and like I said before with the Zeus story. So I thought that was in that respect I thought it was a good story.
Well, and in the father's sort of, this is going to steal his thunder a little bit, but for the father he sees his death at a ripe old age where he's already sick and dying of disease. So in some respects, I'm sure that for him, it's not like being murdered by your son when you're 45 and in the prime of your ruling. It's like, no, he was old and he was probably on his way out anyway because he was sick. So, maybe it was sort of a blessing in a very sad and twisted and terrible way, but.
Aw, my wife trying to put the Disney spin on it and saying that oh no, it's a good thing. He wanted to die. Now he's floating with the butterflies and he's just...
Floating with the butterflies. All right.
I don't know.
It's a new way of looking at it.
This new way of looking at it. Anyways, let us know down in the comments your favorite Lord of War and which one you like the best. And so the next part 4 is going to come out in a couple weeks. We're not going to have as long of a gap. And that, because that's the Warlords of, I forgot how they said it now. Draenor? Draenor.
Draenor. It looks like it should be Draenor, but I think they said Draenor.
Draenor, okay. However you say it, you know, I mess up the words all the time. And when they said it, I was like, I'm going to remember that, and then I didn't remember that. But that's going to be the next part 4 of our journey, is going to be the continuation of this. So we didn't want to wait too long before doing the next part of our journey. But, you know, thanks so much for checking out our World of Warcraft Part 3 journey, Lords of War. Just keep in mind
that our reaction is definitely not definitive.